feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
Test 1 2 1 2. Looks like they can hear me. There you are, and here I am. Here you are. Oh, wrong camera.
It's okay.
I
don't mind this angle. I've got that cool background.
Your shirt's the camera thinks your shirt's a little green, I think.
It's kind of aqua.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably that was no
I don't know if I have
accident.
enough
Probably that was just
light
like
going on here. There we go. Okay, sweet. That's pretty good, right? Okay, you guys
Thank
can
you,
hear
Jackie.
and see Ann. That's awesome. I'll give you the Ann cam. There you go, Ann.
Oh wow. I didn't mean to be that close.
That's right. I think it looks pretty good. This is our latest addition to
this does look good.
to the constant tweaks that we have going on here.
The lights,
And,
though.
Yeah.
The lights are
I've been
really
working on the lights
banging.
behind me. You see, they're changing every class, and there's certain colors that I can't do because they are they show up as green. Let's see if I can get the
Really
yeah,
into
we're not-
that turquoise.
Okay, so can y'all hear me okay? I feel like maybe I'm not as loud as usual.
Woo woo.
You can definitely hear Ann. Okay, maybe I'm not.
Getting swept up into the 70s again.
Oh, speaking of which,
Ooh.
you got to remind me. There's kind of a yacht rock
Okay.
type song I want to play later,
Yes.
if I remember.
Oh.
Okay, so how's everybody doing? We're going to make this talk quick. I am really wanting to get my talks down to. Oh, I know it's missing. Hold on.
Oh, what is missing? What
I'm
could be
missing a light.
missing?
And kill time for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoy checking in, having a little face to face. I agree that balance is a blessed thing. But I do, I always love sinking into a topic.
Yeah.
That's
well,
the HoopPath way.
This is the topic we're going to sink into tonight.
We're sinking.
Because Yeah, it looks like something's not
No
quite.
life rafts.
Okay, so here's what happened. I just want to be totally honest with you guys. I have been stoked to be back in my hoop practice, which I've been telling you guys a lot about. It has given me loads of ideas and things to talk about, which I am stoked about. I had a good session outside in the sun today. I felt amazing. I immediately got on my elliptical. I decided to push harder than I have recently on my elliptical, and I got like that runner's high after it was all over. And then there was still like about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours before I really had to get going with class, or about 2.5 hours before I needed to start getting ready for class. And I decided to go to a delicious, authentic Mexican place down the road, and I ate the world's largest burrito. and
The whole
and
thing.
I discovered that they have something there called the entree portion of guacamole.
Oh.
So somehow I ordered that, and when he brought it, and it was this gigantic plate of guacamole that I didn't even know. I didn't know guac.
dream
I thought
come
I didn't know you
true.
could get an entree of guac, which is
Think about it.
it's
A
awesome.
platter.
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but I totally devoured that whole thing too. So I can hardly move, and this is like 3.5 hours later. I was so full that I delayed my off work beer. And I know y'all know me that like and so I just my body has just been in a state of like no more can come in.
They used to call it four-cornered.
Yeah, I feel totally fantastic, y'all. I'm not having any kind of like indigestion or anything like that. I feel like I know on camera I'm gonna look like I've actually lost weight, but it's gonna look pretty bad.
No, it's not.
But with that in mind, we're going to do chill techniques tonight because I can't move my legs.
This is going to be a guacamole class.
So we're going to work on, I wanted to do a 2-point, at one point Ann wasn't sure if she's going to make it a class, so I thought I would do a tech class and do some 2-point. Then Ann's plans changed. She decided to come back. And she's not as huge into the tech classes as maybe I am teaching them sometimes.
I love it all.
Well, she said she likes it all, but whatever.
I do.
So we're going to work on more chill techniques, and it's probably going to be a more technique-driven class tonight. So I want to welcome everybody here. Nama, sweet. Jackie's here. Shelly's here. I think I saw Claire's here. Carla is here. Lauren G is here. Andre, sweet, yeah.
Hoop fam.
Yeah, our Hoop fam is here. Everybody's showing up, and if I've missed you... Oh, yeah, Luis is here from Oakland. Sweet. Okay, stateside. Let me know if the signal's any better.
I'm going to be thinking about chips and guac the whole rest of the class. So,
yeah,
of
course.
Balance it out.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to... This will be... like I said, this is going to be more of a... potentially a tech kind of notes from my practice type class. I noticed that we haven't done a Flow Finder class in a while, so I think we'll have one of those pretty soon. So, can't figure out. Oh, I see.
Uh-oh.
I remember now. There we go. Okay, there
We're
we
back.
go. Perfect. Okay.
We're back
All right,
with
let's
you.
do this. And
Woohoo!
get you ready to sway.
I'm ready. Let's sway.
Oh. I have two musics going at the same time. That's actually happened a couple of times where I played. Fortunately, nobody really seemed to notice, but I played two songs at once, and they just sort of magically didn't sound like shit. Yeah. All right, we'll go super dramatic. Sway. Audible breath in. Happy Tuesday. We're in the last few days of spring. I'm excited for summer. I wouldn't say I hated school, but I liked summer a lot better. Audible breath in. I hope you have fun things planned. I hope you'll keep the class with you as much as you can, or when it feels good to you. Summertime is the worst time for fitness classes and movement classes and just movement events in general. But if you keep coming back, I'll keep coming out here. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Anne has the best luck with that camera and freeze frames. You really do. It always lands on. I wish Grosscam could figure out a way to make me look
that my
good.
movement is always perfect.
Yeah.
It's definitely not that.
It's the next one. I'll see if I unfroze it. I might have to.
Freeze frame. Who remembers that song?
Oh God, everybody.
Jay Giles Band.
Yeah.
They were one of my favorites.
Okay, let's see if I fixed it or not.
In fact, I love the song Centerfold, and did not realize
Look at
what
there,
it was about.
there you go.
Yeah, it's 1962. I'm about to, hold my nose and go down under the water.
Oh, like you're doing the dive?
What was that called? The swim, I guess it was.
The swim,
called. It was
yeah,
the
that's right.
60s.
That's right. Okay, all right. So, in keeping with my promise to skip through the songs as fast as possible, we're going to move straight into point technique tonight.
I was definitely getting a lot out of audible breathing and vocalizing, too. Love it.
Yeah, when I'm so full I can't eat, I get quiet too. So sorry, it was kind of disappeared on the verbiage there. I just kept thinking like, I don't want to feel this way anymore. That was my mantra for for that one. All right, let's
Just
move.
don't be afraid of burping.
Yeah, we're gonna. No, I'm not burping into this. God, as a fellow misophoniac, that would drive me crazy. Okay, let's move into class, and let's chill that music's out so we can play what I want to play. Okay. So our first exercise is going to be, we're going to be working, one of the topics that I definitely want to get us to today is going to be on two-point technique. So we're going to go ahead and start to warm up the backs of the hands and that sort of thing. And we're actually going to do something kind of like what Ann is doing, she just happened to do it, but that's what we're going to sort of start with. And it's a kind of a way of swinging the hoop. I'm swinging the hoop back and forth, and then you just sort of gently allow like the hoop to hop, or you release the hoop and it just sort of hops onto a hand. Yeah, people look at you like you're crazy. Here we go, boom, boom, boom. And then, if I wanted to do this, we've done this before, and again, these are super simple movements, but I think they're still worth having fun with, because you can kind of do like this same move can kind of be a way to transition, like kind of like I could do it with grip or without grip, right? But anyway, you can start to create like transitions. Right? Ann says she likes the behind the back pass, that it feels good. All right, well let's play some music, and
When one of the things I like is bending the lower back, because when you pass it behind the back, you can kind of bend the lower back. It can feel really nice.
Nice. All right, first, here we go. If you like point technique, but you've kind of been struggling to maybe to develop your grip with it, one of the movements that can help you develop a point grip, and by that it's kind of being oxymoronic, but like your sense of how well you can hold it, swinging the hoop in point is a huge way to develop that sense of touch. And it's when you develop the sense of touch and this swing that you can start to do like more isolation-y things. This is just me swinging the hoop in an arc. Doing some hand switches there. Were the cameras switching during this way? Okay. But once I have this swing, then as I swing the hoop out, I can bring the hand back, and that will create this kind of isolation-y swing pop thing. So this is if I'm just swinging the arc. This is if I bring that point up. Of course, doing it with two hands as well, same time. And if you haven't done this already, it can be fun to do these type of movements on the back of the wrist as well. So completely going away from the back of the hand and putting it on the back of the wrist. And you might find that you're better on the wrist. Like I'm pretty good at keeping it snapped on the wrist. Now, as far as like how much it rolls, that's up to you. There's really like no right and wrong. And then this is kind of tricky to do, but the swing break, we haven't done one of these in a while, but Ann's doing one right now. The swing break, what you're breaking is the rolling current that I've got going right now. A swing break would be that. So I'm rolling it and I swing it out, and then when I come back, I'm changing current. And then if you wanted to do a swing break circuit to like really isolate it, I would swing the hoop out. Let's see, what would I do? So we go here, break, break, break. Ann says the toss up and change in the middle feels good. Ann, do you have anything you want to say beyond that?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. The toss up and then, tossing it from hand to hand while you're going through that loop feels really good. And you can get more of that touch, on the back of a hand feeling. Yeah, ooh.
Yeah, perfect.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk 2-point. And so what I thought we would do is play some music. We're going to share some 2-point stuff. You can ask me questions. If you've struggled with 2-point or you don't like 2-point, you can skip this part of the class. But I've been doing it a lot lately, and it's really been playing. I've been doing nothing but isolations, but today I managed to somehow escape the grip of isolations and work on 2-point, so I thought we would try some of that. Just a reminder that all 2-point means is that there are 2 points of contact. But when I started going out on the road and teaching it, just because the way I was using it and the way my students were repeating it back to me, 2-point basically became associated with really like this hand. Most people would think of it as a hand technique or arm technique first, but it could be anything, and that's one of the things we're going to play with tonight. This is 2-point technique, 2 points, 2 arms. So I have 2 points. Yeah. So if you have trouble without, like Rita just wrote, I struggle swinging without grabbing it at the break. And one of the ways that you can get that snap on it that doesn't involve grip, like it's rolling onto my palm right now. If I didn't want it to roll onto my palm, I would just turn my palm out. But even if I allow it to roll on my palm, like even if I'm allowing, gross cam, even if I'm just allowing it to do like this and then to like this, I'm not gripping it to make it stop. I'm keeping my palm open, right? And so it is swinging out, boom. This is if I'm keeping my hand basically the same. This is if I start to swing. You'll see that at both times when it's over here, my palm is facing away from me.
And notice how much his body and arm are moving with the hoop. So you're not just moving your hand. I think that's when a lot of people kind of can't feel into it because you're not allowing your body and your whole arm to follow the hoop. And Bax used to say to us to follow the hoop a lot. That was hard for me as a control freak. And then this is an example where you can really see the difference.
All right. It kind of looks like my my gross cam took mushrooms or something. Okay. It looks like my whole set took mushrooms. I don't know why it's so dark tonight. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday night vibes.
Yeah, major Tuesday night vibes. Okay. So with 2-point, we're going to work on a move that we've been doing before, but we're going to go into body rolls with 2-point. And don't, like the type, maybe we shouldn't even use the word body roll, because what it really means is you're using, what it means is that you're going to use the roll, boom, of the hoop to create a roll up you, and then we're going to try to grab it with 2 points. I'm trying to remember, there's something I was going to show you guys. Right. No, you're turning away from it. But you could turn towards it. You could totally. Oh, yeah, no, you're turning towards it. You're right. Yeah, totally. Well, you can turn either way. I think it just depends on which hand you're using. What's that? Right. Okay. All right. So I kind of want to add some bits to this as we're practicing it. So this is sort of what I mean by the sort of flowiness of what I'm talking about. What I've been enjoying doing is using that swing and then going in and creating kind of a 2-point roll, and it's just nice and chill, like I'm using the swing, kind of deadening it, and then just rolling it around. Boom. You could try to chest roll it, like if I'm here and I can, well, that didn't work. Oh. Oh, I remember now what I was going to show you guys. Hopefully I can do this again. Now I remember how it relates to 2 points, sorry. But it's to roll the hoop back and then catch it in the crook of your elbow when you come back here. That didn't work. I did this like 100 times a day. Yeah, there we go. And it makes for a really slick stop. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling it back across here, and then as it drops, I'm sticking my arm in and it's catching on my elbow here. Okay? So I'll show you. It's harder to describe than it is to do. Here. I'm worried I'm going to blow out all my headphone listeners right now, but I'll turn my all right. Try it the other way. Yeah, there we go. Here. Roll it back. Did you get it?
Sweet. Like little by little. Keep trying.
Yeah. It's like as I'm rolling it back and the arm comes in and catches it like this and then just sort of turns it around. Yeah. It's probably better.
And somehow I'm using like a similar technique to go into like a back roll, but I'm loving the kind of turning into the back roll, which you are turning away from the hoop.
So we're going to mix it up a little bit here, and
Mixtastic.
And I will show you. We're going to actually drill some. I may have the wrong song for this technique. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to do a little drilling here, and because one way you can get to that break that I did is through this next drill that we're going to do. And so we're going to work on, we don't really talk about this very much, but we're going to work on, well, in HoopPath they'd be called bow side arm rolls. So that's when, and you see how like it's on, I forget what you call this in poi, like wall plane, I don't know. Is that wall? Okay, so I'm here. But what I'm going to invite you to do is to, of course, spend as much time as you need, but bring the arm in and see if you can get one of these guys going. And then you can sort of practice on pulling it in and out. And then there are two currents here. Like right now, I'm not doing a very good job. Right now, I'm in a falling current. There's a cool break, and it's the break that I just showed you guys by accident that you can pull to go the other way so you can reverse current. I'm going to stick my hand out of the hoop and then bring it in front of the hoop and pin it just like that, just like Ann just did perfectly there. Then if I want to reverse it out of here, I can just create new spin. Oh. I think that camera's dying. I think that's essentially what's going on. All right, so I'm going to put some music on. We'll practice doing these breaks, and then I'll show you the other one. I'm a pro at this right-handed chicken wing hooping. Sweet, nice. Okay, let's see if we may skip this song if it's not upbeat enough. Yeah, Ann says she's enjoying positioning the other arm in kind of like a reverse namaste type thing. But like with everything, the more I use, oh, thanks for the donation, everybody. The more I use my bounce and my legs, like we were working on 2 or 3 classes ago, the tighter I can get this rhythm, and really like the less I have to overwork my arm. Right? Ann says clog step would work. And then if I wanted to, it's not too hard to, transition this. I can roll it out to my hand or whatever. I'm not doing it actually. Okay, maybe it is hard. Okay. What I want to do is do that and get it to the other side. Oh, I remember what I was doing today. This might be a little bit tricky, but these are fun. Hopefully I won't hit my ceiling here, but you can do a toss from one side to the other, and it looks like this. You go boom.
The world around me and how others interact.
Whoa. Yeah, well, you do it sort of straight up, and you gotta be willing to move. Like if you don't get the perfect toss, you kind of have to move under it. So it's like boom. Well. All right. Yeah. But anyway, the idea is to get it to the other arm and practice the other arm. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the level of your arm, I think.
Right. Mars is talking about, like, pay attention to, because what can happen, it'll go up to your shoulder sometimes if you're lifting your arm more than you think, or if you're leaning over, to the other side. So you want to notice, you want to be, like, really straight and have your arm really straight. Yeah, exactly. Elbow too high, as Shelly said, is a good way of putting it. Noticing, see, back says everything is the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder is all on the same level. That's what helps keep your hoop level around the elbow.
And then the idea with reversing it, of course, is that you'll do coming up, falling and a rising. So I was mostly doing a falling. This is a rising.
And the momentum. Yes, the momentum helps. Yeah.
And the rising break is pretty cool too if I wanted to like reverse it. Reverse. All right. Okay. Any thoughts, Ann? What's that?
I got carried away by clogging. I love clogging. I don't know if anybody clogs, but I've never actually done it with clogging shoes on, but I was finding myself like, I've got to find some clogging shoes. But it really does help you bounce with your hoop, actually, whether you're inside it or rotating it.
Yeah, totally. Okay. All right. So we're going to bring it back down just a little bit. And I'm going to set up this next exercise just a little more slowly, but there we go. So so this is 2-point, and what I thought we would practice, spend some time. Well, actually, let's just play with 2-point, and I'll just put some music on, and I'll talk quietly over the music. So this is 2-point technique, as most people that have had classes with me over the years would probably think of it, but it can be any 2 points of contact. And when the hoop is standing up like this, pretty much always there's going to have to be a point on the inside wall and a point on the outside wall. Learning these little hops can be good for teaching your body, like your hands, how to catch the hoop. But that's not really what we're going to play with today. We're going to play with more sticky type 2-point. And I'll show you, like, you can sort of start to create a little. This is like super boring. This is this is full on a burrito type movement here. But it can be helpful for you for developing your balance, and it's totally geeky. And oh, spider guy here. Oh, sweet. So this is the move. I'm holding it here. I'm going to keep my bottom hand kind of high. And what we're doing is we're working on grace with the top hand. So we're here. And so this is what we're going to be doing. I'll show it. Actually, this would be perfect for a gross cam. Okay. So I'm here. And you see how I'm sort of holding the weight of the hoop? And all I'm going to play with is just pulling it back, stopping it back here where I'm back. I've got 2-point, but now one hand is on the outside. They're both on the outside, and then pushing it back forward. And this is all it is. It's just a hand speed drill. But to make it work, I'm going to bring my arm up. So it's going to be strenuous on the arm. So it's going to be kind of a cross between 2-point and a balance. And then if one arm gets tired, you can switch. And then I can fall into a 2-point anytime I want to. And then here's another thing you can try, and this is a lot harder, but it's very doable. And we've done this before. If you've been watching the stream for the last 3 years, you've probably done it before. But you can try to do an axle spin from this bottom hand. So instead of just tapping the inside and the outside wall, I'm going to tap the side wall and try to spin just one turn, not even 360, just one turn all the way around and catch it. So it's going to look like this. And I'm going to push up, because what I'm wanting it to do is just to spin like on the back of my hand, just like that. And if you feel like your arms are too short, then raise the hoop up. That's how you'll make up for that. So push the hoop higher if you're having trouble getting it around. If that's making you crazy, you can try these like nice 2-point plunges, you know, like where you're going down and then you come back up.
I'm asking back, so for the axis spin, do you think it helps to push the bottom hand up against the hoop as you're turning the hoop? Okay.
Yes. Push the bottom hand up.
Okay.
That's a super important Yeah, that's a super important thing, because the thing is like what you got to remember is, if I'm holding the hoop traditional 2-point, then I'm bearing its weight with 2 arms. When I'm doing these axle spins or some of these like other things, I'm basically doing a 1-point balance. So that hand needs to be up, and even when you go to make the spin, you can just make it part of your spin is to push up, and that'll buy you some time. You could just grip it and try to spin the hoop if that's easier for you. I think it looks cool to just kind of like nick it. Sweet, Jennifer almost did it. Did you get it? Essentially, I'm doing standing point folds. That's essentially what you would call this. Show you a few things. We're kind of jumping all over the place tonight, but
I have 2 thoughts on that one.
okay, go ahead.
One was I was really feeling a lot of difference when I was pushing up on that bottom point. So that was really helping me. Also, doing the exercise of the upper hand inner to outer, that really helped me actually get the spin, like the pushing to the side, because that was something I was having trouble with, both the balancing and the pushing before.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So because
yes,
I realized that
you
had to come from the outside, and you really had to kind of be able to have that upper hand outside the hoop.
Nice. Okay. I kind of forgot where I was going. And then we were going to go here. We did the axle spins. I know what I wanted to show. I want to go back before I show anything new, and I want to go to gross cam here for a second and make sure that you guys can see my hands on this move, because Ann and I did it, and maybe because we both did it successfully the first time, I may have skipped over what it looks like for you if you haven't done it. So the hoop is spinning around my arm like this, and I'm going to go out in front of the hoop and stop the hoop with my hand. So my hand is stopping it. So it's rolling forward. This is a falling current. It's rolling forward. I put my hand in and just stop the hoop there. And then you can kind of like do a lot with this, but you can definitely like create enough momentum to go right back. And then I wasn't saying I have something just as cool, but stopping these, you could just sort of go in and just sort of do a meat hook type grip on it or something, and send it back around. But this is the fold. And I called it a fold. That's an old school HoopPath use of the word. Folds, and I sort of went, when the whole community picked up on folding, they said that they wanted to call this a lock. And so I don't know, I don't like that term, but that's what most people know this as. But in old HoopPath, this was a fold. And by that I meant that the hoop was being held by your natural body without you really having to do very much, right? Yeah, it's 2 point, but it's in a fold. You know, and there's lots of examples of those. This is like a type of fold where I'm holding the hoop without any grip, and it's just being held by like my body's geography or whatever. So this is me going from fold to fold. We're kind of creating a circuit. I'll show you these type of moves. Switch. Nice. It really is becoming my favorite shot there. Well, not that one. This one. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. Alright. Need a little bit more light on you. That's the only thing that needs to be different there. And of course, for those of you that have two hoops, let's get super nerdy here for a second. For those of you that have two hoops, of course you can do most of the moves we've done tonight, you can do with two hoops at the same time, or a lot of them you can. But I want to show you something about, and this is like a great demonstration, I think, for just showing how important your legs are. And I think I've shown you guys this one before, but like I can create like, you know, like hoops that are sort of out of rhythm, right? But if I start bouncing at the same time and keep my hands still, do you see how quickly the hoops get in rhythm with each other? You know, and of course it's impossible to tell your hands not to, you know, to help that happen. But this is like if I'm just kind of like all over the place and there's one moving here, one moving here, and if I start to bounce at the same time, and then if I wanted to do that move, I'll show you. If I wanted to do that move with both arms at the same time, that is super not hard. It's pretty cool. Right? Okay. This would be, I'll show you, maybe I'm being cocky, but this is what I mean by like, I could do most of these moves with two hoops. I guess you could sort of switch them. Maybe not. Jump rope hooping style, yeah. It is jump. I mean, it's just as athletic, Rita, and everybody knows you get in sick shape off with jump rope. Once Okay, we're almost at the end. I promise I'll give you some talk-free. I know we've been super technical tonight, but I want to just encourage you that roll that Ann's doing right now, the one that we've been working on, you can move into that from tosses. You can use that to create back-to-back stuff. So developing this current, and that's what it is, super helpful for learning other things like behind the backs or transitions or whatever you want to do. I can roll the hoop, I can just throw it into that catch. rising right now. Oh no, Shelly. Yeah, I like this song too. These are all on SoundCloud. I will post a link to this playlist at the end of class. Or if you're already on my SoundCloud, you know that you can just visit and you'll see all the playlists. Totally free. A lot of this music you can download for free. Okay. All right. Thoughts, comments, anything, Ann, before?
Echo what Jen was saying about drilling, or actually, no, you were just saying just drilling that particular wine. I just love drilling. It felt really good tonight, and I learned. I actually have avoided elbow hooping.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to stick with it for like 3 or 4 songs, and it was flowing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've had a super tech class. Oh, okay. So yeah, you have more of a legit reason.
Ow.
Yeah, sorry about that, but at least yours wasn't self-inflicted the way mine was. But anyway, I promise we will have classes where I move my feet again. But yeah, it's fun to like throw things in there. Oh. Huh.
Mice. No. I feel you, Amanda. Yes. Amen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just free hoop from here. Thank you guys. And as always, I never write that comment that I received 100, but I'm grateful that it comes up. Thank you guys for the engagement. Oh, big news. No class on Saturday. If anyone's still here, we are not going to have class. I'll post about it on all the different channels and things. But yeah, we are not going to have class there we go. We are not going to have class Saturday. I am going to Asheville to see my 84-year-old father for Father's Day, so I am not going to be around. And I hope you guys, hopefully, if If Father's Day is pleasant for you, I hope you have a wonderful one. If it's painful for you, I hope you have a comforting one. And I will see you guys next time, I guess a week from today, on Tuesday. Andy, you want to say anything before we free hoop and fade
We'll
to
miss
green?
you, Bob.
What's that?
We'll miss you.
Oh, thanks.
On Saturday morning.
I can teach you how to do it if you want to pop up here. You can totally do it.
All of this, I don't know. Yeah, all the behind the scenes, I don't know. Just wait till Tuesday.
All right, we'll free hoop from here, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, guys. It's about 3.5 hours from where I live, so it's not too big a trip. Thank you for joining, Jackie. Thank you, Spider Kite. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Mars, Carla, Claire, Jennifer, Jackie, Amanda, Rita. Looks like I missed some messages here, but anyway, thank you guys. We'll just free you from here. Okay, I forgot, I will put the music up right now. If anyone is still here. Okay, there's the list. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ann. Still flowing. All right, we'll keep flowing too. I love this track. What I was doing? Or what you did? Slow-mo balance is hard. Sweet. Yeah, okay, so this track is a mini mix, and I will send it. I'll put that in the comments since some of you have asked about it. So if you don't want to, if you want to just go directly to this song, you can. Hand's doing some cool stuff over there. Okay, so this is the, oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to fade to green and wave goodbye to the folks there. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will not be here Saturday for good reason, but we'll be back on Tuesday, 7 o'clock, same time. Sweet. All right, guys, I'll keep the track playing and just fade to green for you.